So, yeah, it turns out that He-Man, Netflix He-Man, is not about He-Man. Let's go, guys. Let's talk about it. Hello, guys. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell right there so that you can get notifications every time I upload a video. Okay? Enjoy. What is up, guys? This is your boy Andy Matrix. Welcome to Andy Arts TV, where I talk about anime, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. And Netflix He-Man is the exact reason why I don't really talk. Why in this channel I decided to just not talk too much about American movies, American cartoons. Now this channel is strictly just anime, manga, RPG games, you know, video game industry, geek culture and Japanese culture. I talk a lot about Japan too. So, and I decided to get out of the, get from behind the camera or the screen recorder and get in front of the camera because this is kind of personal. I mean, I'm really pissed. I'm really pissed at this, and I'm really just mad at Netflix. I'm mad at just that the American film industry is just. It's just all so frustrating, you know. You guys usually see me with my little avatar, my little character. I'm gonna put him somewhere around here. So, at first, because when the first trailer that came out of He-Man is him, and you finally see He-Man, and the animation is so beautiful, it's so smooth and clean, and the aesthetics are just boom in your face, right? And the second trailer, people were like, people started questioning, is this really about He-Man? And then, more news starts to come out about the show, and we see the toys, and then we see Skeletor with He-Man's sword and with the H on his chest, and you start to wonder, like, is this really about He-Man? Finally, I watched the show. And spoiler alert, I mean, if you actually care about the show, spoiler alert, they killed off He-Man in the first episode. They just poof, just kill the guy, right? And don't get me wrong, he dies in a heroic way, so it's not like, it's not like somebody just came and stabbed him in the back. Well, actually, more on that later. That's how bad it is. More on that later. But so He-Man dies episode 1, and then after that, Teela basically takes over, and Teela is basically with her, and in the second episode we see Teela, she's with her, I guess, her girlfriend, with her girlfriend. And then one of the things that I didn't like about this show is that Teela is a very unlikable character. Okay, she's supposed to replace He-Man, but she's not very funny. She's not very likable. She's just like this angry girl, right? And one of the things that pissed me off about her was that she got angry at Prince Adam, at He-Man, for dying. And this is almost like in the last episode. She gets mad at him for dying, like, oh, you never told me that you were He-Man, blah 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 blah, right? And I'm like, what is she? I felt like I was like looking at my little sister, like my little sister, like, talking shit to me, like, you ungrateful little. He-Man He-Man risked his life. If you guys see the first episode, he splits the magic sword. He splits it in two, and he does that, to save the world, right? To save the universe. And Teela is just like, she's just angry at him, in the last episode, because Prince Adam, he goes to Valhalla, heaven, and they go through this whole trip with between heaven and hell. And man, I hate to say it, but this is kind of like a feminist movie, man. And all the main characters, all the old characters die. basically what they're doing is deconstruction. Basically the same thing that happened to Star Wars The Last Jedi. That's what's happening here, is deconstruction. Everything that made the original He-Man like awesome, they're getting rid of it. Man at Arms, Sightline, Orko, Orko's his name, dead. He-Man, dead. In other words, every male character dead. And then when you watch the show, it's just like a bunch of chicks, just like Teela and her girls. Basically, Teela has a harem, you know, and then they're just like journeying throughout, you know, Eternia or whatever, right? I mean, the first episode wasn't so bad, but then the rest of the show is just kind of boring. And then what pissed me off the most is that they kill He-Man twice. And then the last episode, it's only like 5-6 episodes. The last episode, they kill him off by just like, you know, like he's about to transform into He-Man because he just got the sword. And Skeletor just shows up out of nowhere like, hey guys, I was here the whole time. Click. Stabs him. And He-Man is dead. Prince Adam is dead. And then like Prince Adam dies, and then Teela, she doesn't even look like she's too worried about him. I don't know, maybe she got used to like him dying on her. Man, it's just, what the heck, man? And after that, I cancel my Netflix subscription. Maybe I'll sign up to Netflix again when Cobra Kai season 4 comes out. But other than that, man, I'm pissed. Like, American movies, American TV shows, American cartoons, they're just going down the drain. And this is why anime manga's taking over. This is why, you know, I took out movies as to the things that I talk about on this channel. Now it's just anime, manga, and yeah, I don't want to talk about the American movie industry. Not just that, but, you know, also for, I guess, like, monetization reasons, because I want to do YouTube full time. So movies, Western movies are just going down the drain, and I just don't care anymore. I really just don't care anymore, and screw it. Now I signed up to Funimation, and I use the Viz Media app to read manga, and I'm just done, man. I'm done. Like, I mean, it's not to say like I'm never gonna watch American movies, but I'm just sick of the whole thing. Like, just this PC culture and cancel culture, and because this He-Man, this was obviously, you know, bait and switch. The first trailer, they hook you with He-Man, but then like they switch it on you. You know, when you watch the show, they switch it on you, and it's like, oh well, this is Teela's show. And a lot of like movies and TV shows are now doing this. Every time they bring back an old IP, like something, you know, in old show, and they you know, they reboot it or they renew it, like it's always a bait and switch. You know, they've been doing this with a lot of shows and movies too, and I'm just sick of it. Okay guys, so I just wanted to show you here on Rotten Tomatoes just more proof that this really sucks. So Masters of the Universe Revelation, Netflix, 94% average tomato meter. This is basically like the critics, like the movie critics. And you know, like, I don't know, I think that these people like paid to like this stuff, because the audience is 26. I mean, the audience score is so low, my god. Right? And then if you go over here to the reviews, this is the audience reviews, right? I mean, take a look at this. So the only thing good about this show was the first trailer. I need a hero. Kevin Smith did He-Man dirty the way Rian Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy did Luke in Star Wars. Don't waste your time with this, because you're better off watching the 2002 He-Man series. Wow, 1 star. I mean, the people hate this. Just the only good thing about this is the animation. I was watching the show as a kid. Yes, it was cheesy, but it was way better than this. By the way, F you, Kevin Smith. Went from great to hype to deep disappointment. Very disappointed. Did a great job with the art, but really hurt the mythology. Yeah, I mean, He-Man used to be a great show. And then says Clownfish TV was right. Kevin Smith lied. This isn't a show for fans or the original anyone. else for the matter. He-Man is emasculated and killed twice. Killed twice, like I said. Killed freaking twice, dude. This is the last Jedi for He-Man. The animation and voice actors' performance were great. The show's marketing heavily focused on He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Sadly, this is a bait and switch, as this is the Teela show, which there is nothing wrong with it if that's what you're marketing. I do appreciate that they didn't ginger side Teela. By that means, it's like every redhead characters, they always switch it with like another race, like usually like an African American girl. It says ginger side Teela with a race swap. Gingers need representation too. This show could have been better, but the 5 episodes subversion makes me less interested. And you just see these reviews all the way, just them just hating, just 5 out of 5 for the animation, but I wanted the He-Man show to be centered around He-Man. Yeah, everybody is the bait and switch. The bait and switch was the problem. See, you know, if it wasn't for the false marketing, then I think people would have genuinely liked this cartoon. So buy more manga. Buy more manga. Watch more anime. And that is it for this episode. Thank you for watching Andy RCB, your boy Animations. Make sure to like this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Comment below and tell me what you think about He-Man, Netflix He-Man, or actually, should I say, Teela and the Masters of the Universe. This is Andy Matrix signing out. Godspeed.